Hey, how are we doing today? Good, excellent. So today we're going to talk about the foot pivot, which is a really important part of our practice, something that might take a little while to get used to. But the foot is pivoting throughout our form, and it's pivoting from two different points, and it's either pivoting from the heel this direction, or it's pivoting from the ball of the foot, from the upper part of the foot. So you have these two different movements in the foot. And different traditions use different parts of the foot, so there's not one way to do it. If you've learned to do it a certain way and you always like to pivot from your heel, then pivot from the heel, it's fine. I'm just presenting to you two different ways of doing it, and in my practice I use both, and I use them both in specific ways that we'll get into. So we're going from the push. Let's just do it first. Okay, this is a great example because I'm using both types of pivot for that move. It's a 180 turn. So we're going from here. I'm in a front stance facing this direction, whatever direction that is for you. And then I'm ending up 180 degrees in a front stance going that direction. See that? In this way, my right leg is my front leg. My left leg is my rear leg. By the time I've turned all the way over here, we've switched. So now my left leg is the front leg, my right leg is the back leg. Got that? Here we go again. Okay, one more time from here. See that? So rather than, I don't want to get into too much of the learning of the hands and all this stuff, but I really want to work on to spend time on the footwork. So you can kind of just relax the hands if you want. So I want to show you what's happening with the feet, okay? So to start out with, we always want to, if we want to move the foot, we have to put the weight on the other foot in order to move or whatever foot we want to intend to move. This is where we talk about yin and yang. The yin leg is the very light leg. The yang leg, when we look at our circle, the yin and yang circle, the white side is the yang, which is the heavy side. So in this case, if I wanted to move this leg, this has to become yang, which is the heavy. So I have to pour my weight into this leg. The yin side, which is the black side, this becomes light, so I can move it. Okay? So in order for me to go from here and end up here, first thing I need to do is to turn this leg, this foot, I have to crank that, pivot it around on my heel as much as I can, because I want this to end up as the back leg. Remember when we have our front stance, whatever your front stance is, in this case my left leg is front, my right leg is rear, my left leg is going straight forward, straight ahead, my back leg is at a 45-degree angle, I have a slightly bent back leg. All right, so straight ahead, 45 degrees back. So in this case, my right leg is straight ahead, my back leg is at that 45-degree angle. When I put my weight back and I'm turning this foot, I'm creating the 45-degree angle in the back leg. See, now that's the 45. This is the front leg. So we're talking about economy of motion here. So from here, I want to turn this foot as much as I can to create that 45 degrees, which is going to happen later. Then I sink the weight into this foot. So now all my weight, because I want to move this foot. Now this is becoming my front foot. This is my rear foot. Okay? So from here, weight comes back. I pivot on my heel. Then I pour the weight into the right foot so I can move the left. I step out. And now watch. This is where I'm pivoting on the toe. There we go. So transferring. I'm at 60-40 in the front stance. More weight is on the front leg. So I pour the weight back into the rear leg and I make that turn. Now I'm in a super weird position, but what I want to do is pour the weight into my right leg because I want to start to move this leg. So this has to be as light as I can. I pick it up. I'm going into a cat stance. Then I step out. This is still, all my weight is still in this foot. I lay and then I turn. See, now I'm pivoting on the toe. And I kind of just correct it. So now this is perfectly 45. So it's going from here, turning on the heel, here, and then pivoting on the foot. See how that happens first? I'm on the heel and then on the foot, on the toe. So in the way that I've learned is that my heel motion is for when I'm making big moves. See how this is a big move here. And then the on the toe is when I'm doing just kind of micro adjustments. I'm just sliding into place. Let me show you that micro adjustment for something very simple, kind of like when I'm stepping out into parting the wild horse's mane. Okay? That's a micro adjustment on the toe. See my heel here? My foot? Watch how my heel just kind of pivots out. Let me do it from the back. Watch that back foot. Okay, right here. See it pivots. I'm pivoting on using my toe. It's kind of like, I like to imagine it, you're smoking a cigarette, right? You kind of squish the cigarette, or maybe you're squishing on a bug. Maybe if you don't want to think about squishing a bug, what if you had somebody put a nail through your back foot and you're pivoting along that nail? However you want to interpret it. But so the pivot is this way, right? So that's the micro, kind of a micro. So going from here again, I'm pouring my mass down into this is my right leg. I'm stepping out with my left. As I part the wild horse's mane, see how that pivot, I'm just pivoting on the toe there. See that? One more time here. This is that micro pivot there. Okay? So this is how we use both of them. In a case where we're doing this big movement, I'm using both. Here, I'm pivoting on the heel to make that big move. And here's where I'm pivoting on the toe just to do that fine-tune adjustment. One more time. So weight comes back so I can pivot on the heel. I step out, all my weight is still on this leg, which is my right leg, and then I'm coming out. Now I'm shifting the weight into the left, and I make that micro adjustment. So now I'm in a perfect 45 in a front stance going that way. Hopefully that's been helpful for you. Hope it works. Anyway, practice, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.